masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Welcome to Singapore. We are driving as Fittipaldi, starting P2. Let's go. So, Singapore in the daytime. Waiting for the 5 red lights. Stay away from that curb on the left. If you hit it, it will send you straight on, cause you to lose time, which you don't need to lose. And again, if you are running in a simulation damage race, it will kill your underfloor, and nobody's got time for that. I absolutely love the street circuits. Absolutely love them. Just gotta go into them with confidence. Just ignore the walls. Just ignore the walls. Focus on what you have to do. Just get around the circuit as fast and as best as you can, best of your ability that you can, and then everything else will fall into place. Absolutely fall into place. Stay off the curbs. Don't touch them. You will lose. They will kill you. Get close to them, but stay away from them. The last thing you want to do is touch them. Whereas in the F1 cars, you can get away with riding them a little bit. In these F2 cars, you've got no chance. And again, the more you practice, the faster, better, more speed you can carry. Understeer doesn't seem to be too bad at this circuit. Obviously it's not gone, but it's about using everything that you have to your ability. Obviously I hope the setup helps. The setup will come at the end. And the setup seems fine. The car seems absolutely planted. A little bit wide, that's okay. I'll take a 47.5.
Set the fastest lap of the race.
You're going to need to get as close to that inside curve as you possibly can without clipping it. As I said, if you clip it, it will bounce you across the track into the wall. Trust me, learning no line, finding your way around the street circuit is no joke. It's no joke. But we all learn, we all start somewhere, right? And that's the thing with, again, with street circuits. Block out the walls, so I just got hit in the rear. Block out the walls. Block out everything. And just 100% concentrate. Absolutely love the circuit. Oh, gone deep. It's okay though. It is okay. Obviously these F2 cars, they don't have the ERS capabilities that the F1 bigger brothers have. There's the AI tried to dive on me there. And we covered that off. We're doing alright though. We're doing alright. There's nothing like a drive around Singapore. Loving the new layout. Wasn't a great fan of the old one. Like I said, they've tried the new layout, and I believe they're reverting back to the old one. Oh, gone deep again. They're reverting back to the old one for next year. I hope not, but it is what it is.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
On to the last lap then. Car really wants to wash out wide at turn 1, so you're going to need to be on your toes with that. Maloney's catching. They'll probably try and send. Obviously the AI doesn't have the minerals. You need to stay out of the wall as well, because as a street circuit, damage is increased. If you lose your front wing around here, you know, in an F1 car it's bad enough, but these F2 cars being so understeery, you're going to need all the downforce you can get. And if you lose your front wing, it's probably box to change, because I don't know anybody who could race around here with missing part of their wing in an F2 car. They're awful. You see, we've done 5 laps. The tyres are already going, and they are. I can feel them. And that's also backed up by how far the AI have dropped off. This has been Singapore. Setup is next. I really hope it helps you guys. Let me know what you think. Do that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top drawer to take the win for Carlin today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
This race, this win, was about one thing and one thing only: consistency. Anyone can be quick for just one lap, but there's a difference between that and being quick every lap, over and over and over. If you can do that, If you can gain ground when your opponents make mistakes, but then not make mistakes on your own, you can just push
And
push.
there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
I'll probably go for Enzo Fittipaldi. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in the pack, and he was good enough to take the opportunities.
There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns.
Singapore. Singapore is a high downforce circuit. I would... Sometimes you can go, especially with F1 cars, you can get a setup and you can take it from one type of track to another and then just change it a little bit. And usually I'd say run a Monaco setup. However, around here with the long straight that they've now added in, it's not quite a 50-50 wing circuit anymore like it used to be, but it's close. It's close, and this is what I've gone with for this setup. Again, make it your own. Make it your own setup. Chop, change it, increase the rear downforce if you need it. If you don't need it, take a little bit off. It's all good. Just go with it. So for the wings, then I've gone with 50 on the front, and I've gone with 40 on the rear. Seems to work really well. If you are happy with that and you think that you can take a little bit off, take it down to about 47-40 or 47-37. No dramas. Try it, see what it's like. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll revert back to the old setup. For the sake of this setup and as a base setup, 50-40 works absolutely fine. On the transmission, then again, you can run 80-20, you can run whatever you like. For this setup, with it being a street circuit, with the tyres, they can potentially overheat. I've gone for 60-40, just to give me a little bit less wheel spin under traction, when you getting on the throttle under traction, because the last thing you need around a street circuit is tyres overheating and then potentially lose grip and slam you into a wall, because it happens a lot. On the suspension, then, this is what I've gone with. I've gone with fully right on the front camber, minus 2.5. I've gone with minus 1.30 on the rear camber. On the toe out, I've gone with 0.03, and then on the toe in, I've gone with 0.14. This is obviously, again, personal preference. I run it like this. Works great, absolutely fine, no problems at all. However, if you want to run right, left, I have no doubt that it would work exactly the same. I'm just going with this to give me a little bit more under traction to help out with the transmission, try and save a little bit of tyre wear, because the last thing you want around a street circuit is heavy tyre wear for a wheel spin. Places like Monaco's not so bad, but the places like Singapore, Jeddah can be quite a little bit. Hungary, grip seems to not be there when you're getting on power. So yeah, the last thing you want is rear wheel spinning, because rear wheel spinning means obviously more tyre wear, and that's the last thing you want. On the suspension, then, pretty firm, pretty stiff. Whereas Monaco was quite, really stiff. This one's not so bad, but I've gone with the 41 on the front suspension, 28 on the rear suspension, so it's kind of like the Monza vibe, with a front suspension type of part. But again, pretty much like Monza, because there are so many corners in this Singapore street circuit, you need to carry as much speed into the corners as you possibly can. The more speed you carry in, the better it will be. It's a street circuit, and the street circuits, just like Monaco, just like Hungary, Jeddah, Qatar, Las Vegas, it is all about the confidence. The more confidence you get going into a race or going into Grand Prix with AI, the better your race will become. The minute you start worrying about it, that's when all confidence goes out the window and potentially a poor race. On the roll bars then, I've gone with 15 on the front, 6 on the rear. Seems to work. You can drop that down to 13 if you like. I'm happy with what I've got here. On the ride out then, I've gone with 33 on the front, 36 on the rear. Again, I would not recommend going any lower on the front ride out, simply because there are quite some big sausage curbs around here. Turn 1, turn 4, all the way through. Yeah, and you hit those, you lose time, you bounce over them, you bottom out. Not good. And if you're running a race where they have simulation damage on, that is one way to absolutely annihilate your underfloor. On the brakes, going with the standard 56. There are quite a few heavy braking zones around Singapore, and especially when tyre wear gets high, you can lock the rears, but 56 seems to work okay. You can run lower if you want, if you were more adept on your braking than I am. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't claim to be the fastest driver, I don't claim to be the best either. It's just what I do know is I will always help people who need it. On the tyres then, pretty much low tyre pressures. Obviously I've got more on the front because yeah, you're going to need a lot of front turning, especially going into the corners. But this has been Singapore, Monaco. They're difficult circuits. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it, but as I said, the more confidence you have going into a street circuit race, the better you will be. Just try it and block out the walls, follow your lines, carry as much speed as you can into the corners, and you'll be absolutely fine. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.